Guys, make sure you're commenting Bear Pack down below to get entered into our giveaway for the entire week. We have 5 giveaways. We have 2 $50 giveaways. We have a World Series replica ring. We have a mini helmet giveaway, and we have a bobblehead giveaway. All of those will be on Friday night. It's our live show, 7 p.m. We're going to put everybody's name on the wheel. We're going to spin it 5 times. We're going to give those gifts away for one of you here on YouTube. So make sure you guys are commenting Bear Pack, and make sure you guys join us for our live show, 7 p.m. tonight when you guys are watching this for our live show. All right, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some MLB picks and props for Friday, October 20th slated games. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, Trey. Start us off.
Yeah, I'm 0-1. Bear is from the future, but I gave out the Phillies on the money line versus the Diamondbacks. It was a great game. I even texted the group. By the 9th inning, I was kind of rooting for the Diamondbacks because, Jesus, it was just such a great game, and they were fighting with grit. So it was a really fun game to watch, but the Phillies did not win.
Seth?
I took the Phillies. That's okay.
You want to apologize?
Do I need to apologize to you?
No, you don't have to. I'm asking.
Yes, we need to.
I'm asking if you got.
Yeah,
I mean, I got shit on last video.
Absolutely
shit on last video for taking.
But isn't that the fun? But isn't that the fun about our team? We can banter with each other. Come on now.
No, I know.
We're losing people money, Seth.
That's what I'm saying. But I want an apology, not just for me, but for the people who backed the Phillies yesterday.
I may have jinxed them, but I'm unwavered. I'm unwavered, guys.
I'm actually kind of glad you didn't apologize. That would have showed weakness. But yeah, D-backs in the money line, easiest play. I mean, they controlled the game the entire time. I never thought for a second the Phillies were going to win. We should have won. We should have put up a lot more runs than we did. I mean, they're back. They're back. The D-backs are back. Take the 1-0. Let's move on. We're going to be looking at the same game. This is going to be a great series. We're going to look at the Diamondbacks going up against the Phillies again. We don't have a current spread, do we? Oh, we do have a current spread. The Philadelphia Phillies minus 124. Ooh, the over-under 9.5. Trey, tell me.
Yeah, the Arizona Diamondbacks looks like they have not announced the starter yet, and it looks like the Phillies have thrown out Christopher Sanchez. And Sanchez, he did have a pretty good regular season, so it is going to be pretty interesting to see how he does here in the postseason. Now, it is going to be interesting to see the Diamondbacks going to throw out maybe Zach Gallen. I feel like we haven't seen Gallen in quite some time. Might as well throw him out there to get a home win and maybe send it back to Philly tied 2-2. But I'm going to go here with the Phillies here on the money line. I just think we're kind of stupid if we fade them here. They looked really good this entire postseason. Just because they have one road loss here does not mean that this is going to add to a second one. And like Bear said, they could get a road win here, and it didn't have to be game 3. It could be game 4. Might as well be game 4. I have a lot of confidence in this Phillies team. And Sanchez, he looked good in the regular season. I expect him to back it up here in the postseason. So I'm going to go Phillies here on the money line.
Yeah, a couple things. The D-backs, I think they play 3 at home right here, don't they? They play 3 in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be throwing out Nelson because on my Action Network it says they're going to be throwing out Nelson, which, Seth, I'm sure you have a lot to say about him, so I'm just going to let you go for it.
I mean, I really don't have a ton to say about him. I mean, his numbers speak for themselves. He's awful. And I know it's not going to be Gallen because that would be 4 days rest.
Maybe that's why they're not throwing out Nelson here because he's fucking terrible.
Could be, could be. Bullpen day on game 4? No way. No shot.
Could be bullpen game. But I'm just going to say this. I'm unwavered and I'm unfazed by the Phillies losing that game. I'm not going to change my mind because they lose one game on the road. I do not care. And people do not have to side with me. They do not have to take the Phillies. That's what's good about our videos. They do not have to listen to us. They can choose whatever they want to choose. We're just putting out there what we feel. So, I mean, yes, sorry for losing the game yesterday, but it's your guys' choice. You don't have to listen to me, okay? But I'm going right back to the Phillies. Phillies are not going to get beat down 2 games in a row. It is not going to happen. This Phillies offense is way too good, and it's looking like the Diamondbacks, they just don't have depth at their starter position. They do not have it. Fott has actually looked good. Kudos to him. He looked really good. They may have found something and Fott. Good. I'm happy for them. But other than that, they have nothing. The Diamondbacks had 2 consistent starters all year long. They thought they were going to have 3 coming into the season, but released Bumgarner early on in the season. So they just do not have the depth. They don't have the depth here. Even their depth is young. I don't like Ryan Nelson. He had an ERA in the 5 this year. Every game he pitched, he got absolutely torched. He got torched, guys, okay? Just take the Phillies. I mean, you don't have to, like I said, but I do not like Diamondbacks being able to put it to the Phillies 2 games in a row. I mean, the Diamondbacks won because the Phillies offense was sluggish a little bit. The Diamondbacks didn't put up any points in that game either. Christopher Sanchez had a really good year this year. He's a pitcher that took a no-hitter into the 7th inning in one game before the Phillies pulled him. So he does have some good stuff. I don't care what the viewers want to do with this pick, but I'm going to stick on the Phillies. I'm not wavering after one loss.
Bear, I love how both of us absolutely laughed whenever he tried to say Bumgarner as a third starter.
Dude, I mean, that was probably the funniest thing I mean, they did, right? They did try to do that.
He was.
No, that's what I'm saying. They did try to do that, but he got sent down so fast and then retired so fast.
Yeah.
I love Mad Bum, but holy hell, did he went up crash and burn.
He was cash money for us.
Yeah, he really was for the first month and a half of baseball. Trey, did you take the Phillies?
I took the Phillies.
As everybody knows, I took the D-backs, took a chance. I got rewarded. The Philadelphia Phillies, they thrive on home field advantage. Yesterday it showed. It showed for sure. The bats weren't there. The team chemistry wasn't there. The fans weren't there for him. But we're going to take a clean sweep here with the Phillies because in my notes, the whole notes is everything for D-backs besides Nelson. He got absolutely torched in his one game against the Phillies in the postseason, a relief spot. He gave up 4 runs, didn't even pitch an inning. If he starts, the Phillies are going to win this game. But I was watching the end of the game. Marte hit the walk-off. Usually you see like people staring like at the walk-off hitter. Nobody from the Phillies even blinked. It was clean up the shit. Everybody was high-fiving. They went right back into the dugout. And I don't know why, but it like turned my head. And I just like, I don't know. I think the Phillies are mentally better than the D-backs. So I'm going to take the Phillies. We'll sweep on the Phillies. Hopefully it doesn't curse us, but let's take the Phillies tomorrow night, boys. Let's move over to the player props. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, we couldn't have gone any worse on the player props. It was a rough day for me, but hey, that only leaves room for improvement. I gave out Brandon Poff under 12.5 pitching outs versus the Phillies. As soon as Bear said that he hopes he pitches a no-hitter into the 9th, I knew at that moment I was cursed, and I pretty much was. Brandon Poff could have thrown a no-hitter, and it wouldn't have been far off how good he pitched yesterday, but he definitely went over 12.5 pitching outs.
Also, Fott was pulled after 70 pitches. I think he had 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. I don't know how you pull him in that spot. I know the computer says Kyle don't want him to pitch to him 3 times, but dude, he's got 70 pitches and he's got 10 strikeouts. You got to leave him in. But yeah, Seth.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can hang our head about. Like the numbers said, go against Fott. They say that. They say he is not a good pitcher, and this good offense in the Phillies should have torched him. I took Trae Turner. He got a hit in his first at bat and then didn't get anything after. I mean, kudos to Fott. I mean, I have nothing else to say besides he just went out there and pitched to Jim. Maybe the Diamondbacks found something.
Yeah, and then I had Christian Walker over 1.5 bases, hit 2 really hard line drives right to shortstop, which really sucked. Then he got intentionally walked in the bottom of the 8th, which sucked anymore. So clean sweep, boys. 0 for 1 for everybody. But let's sweep the board the other way this time. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a sure bet here, in my opinion. Give me Bryce Harper over a half walk in his game. And he got walked twice yesterday, and he's been getting walked all postseason long. He's gotten walked 10 times so far in his 9 postseason games. And most of that is because of his plate discipline. He has one of the most plate discipline approaches in the entire MLB. And I expect that to continue in this game because he just does not swing at anything that's even an inch off the plate. And that is kind of part of his strategy. He likes to pile up the pitches, wait for a good one. And sometimes the pitchers don't even give him a good one to hit. And then he just trots to first base. And some other times he just gets intentionally walked. And that's even good for us as well because he got intentionally walked in yesterday's game. And I would not be surprised if we hit this off an intentional walk in today's game as well, because he's going up against a doo-doo pitcher in Ren Nelson like these two guys were talking about earlier. He is not good. If he ends up starting at the moment, it's to be determined on DraftKings, but at least on Action, it is him as the projected starter. And if it is him, Bryce Harper is going to be on base, probably due to a walk in this game because he has a 1.43 whip. And Nelson, he just allows a ton of base runners, and most of those are by hits, but a lot of those are by walks as well. So I expect Bryce Harper to reach base on this game pretty easily. So I'm taking him to go over a half walk in this game versus the Diamondbacks.
I love that play, Trey. Seth?
Yeah, and I guess people can call me a creature of habit, but I'm sticking right with Trae Turner. He's still got a hit in every game this postseason. Yes, he only got 1 hit last night. Yes, he didn't hit the over 1.5, but he's still a guy that the Diamondbacks are going to live with pitching to because they can't pitch around everybody in the top of that lineup. So Trae Turner is going to be somebody that benefits from it. And even if Ryan Nelson doesn't pitch in this game, I just don't know who the Diamondbacks have to throw in this game. They cannot use Gallen. It's 4 days rest. You can try it, but he didn't look great in the first game on 5 full days of rest. So I don't think they're going to throw Gallen back out there. They can't throw Kelly out there because he just started. So there's really nobody they have to turn to in this game. So they're going to probably have to do some sort of a bullpen game where they have an opener. And I just do not trust the Diamondbacks opener or their bullpen in this game. They are not that great. They're decent, but they're not great. The Phillies got held in check in this game. I don't see that happening 2 games in a row. So I do see Trae Turner striking in this game and going over 1.5 total bases.
Yeah, I like that one as well. For my prop, I'm going to take Ketel Marte to go over 1.5 bases against the Phillies. I'm just going to take the hot bat in this game. In yesterday's game, he had 3 hits, 2 doubles against the Phillies, and the walk-off hit. In the postseason so far this year, he has recorded at least 1 hit in every single game, and he's hitting above 500 now in the postseason. His matchup's going to be against Sanchez. We haven't seen him in the postseason, but this is postseason baseball. So you basically have to pick your picks now based on what you've watched over the last couple games. Ketel Marte has impressed me, not just in the last game, but in the postseason altogether. So give me to go over 1.5 bases against the Phillies as my plays. Boys, let's take a look at that graphic. Seth starts off.
Yep, Phillies money line. Like I said, unwavered from their loss. Not going to lose 2 in a row. Absolutely not. And then Trae Turner over 1.5 total bases. Diamondbacks have to choose their poison and who to pitch to. Trae Turner is usually one they don't pitch around, so he's gonna strike him in this game. And I really like Trae Turner here.
Trey?
Yeah, and I think the Phillies on the money line versus the Diamondbacks. I just feel like they're going to bounce back here and try to take a big 3-1 lead against the Diamondbacks here on the road. And I also got Bryce Harper over a half walk versus the Diamondbacks. Last time in Game 3, this was plus 100. I don't think it's going to be plus money, but it still should be around minus 110. So I really love Bryce Harper over a half walk in this game.
Yeah, and here's your proof that I switched up mid-notes. I had D-backs money line. I'm taking the Phillies money line, obviously. So we're doing the clean sweep, the Phillies. And then I have Ketel Marte over 1.5 bases as my player prop. But guys, it's going to do it for our MLB player props and game picks for Friday, October 20th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there.